My name is Charles Tran, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Novice Builder.
In the last video, part 1, I took you through the cabinet and veneer installation process. If you missed it, don't worry. I've linked it below so you can catch up. Today, in part 2, we're moving on to an exciting part, installing countertops. I'll guide you through each step so you can master this process yourself. Let's jump right into it. When installing cabinets and countertops, safety is essential. Wear protective gear like gloves, safety goggles, and a dust mask. Here are the tools you will need: measuring tape, pencil, T-square, and wood saw. And here are the materials you need: Pronto Top Premier countertop, silicone caulk, screws, self-adhesive caulk strip, baseboard, and end cap strip. The first step is careful planning and measuring. I shaped the countertop to correspond with the cabinet's design, and here are the measurements for the cutout. I cut out the countertop with a 2-inch overhang each side from the cabinet. This is how it looks. Second step, installing countertops. Let's begin with this part of the countertop. Measure the length and width of the cabinet space where the countertop will be installed, adding the 2-inch overhang on each side. The purpose of an overhang in countertop installation is to provide extra surface area, improve aesthetics, protect cabinet fronts from spills, and offer comfortable space for seating or use. After measuring and marking the countertop, carefully cut along the marked lines using a saw. Ensure you follow the lines precisely for a clean, accurate cut. Next, attach the countertop to cabinets and screw it in place. Attach the counter to the corner braces of the cabinets using 1-inch screw. Make sure your screws are not too long, otherwise you could go right through the surface of the countertop. This is how the underneath of the countertop looks like.
All right, so I'm gonna cut this piece. I'm gonna put this in here.
Use compact driver. A compact driver is used to drive screws efficiently, ensuring quick and precise assembly while reducing the risk of damaging the cabinet materials. I used the end cap strip on the existing wood edge of the countertop to create a clean, finished look and protect the surface. The strip not only covered any exposed or rough wood edges, but it also enhanced the countertop's durability by shielding it from daily wear and tear. This self-adhesive strip was easy to apply, and it blended well with the overall design, giving the countertop a polished and seamless appearance. I will be using caulk for some gaps. And I will cover this gaps with self-adhesive caulk strip.
And that's what I did for this table. I just bought these.
I used this self-adhesive caulk strip to cover gaps in the countertop installation, creating a seamless, finished appearance while effectively blocking dirt and moisture from getting into the spaces. The strip provided an easy, clean solution that not only enhances the look, but also adds a layer of protection to the countertop. After applying the adhesive caulk strip, cover the bottom with a baseboard like this. Then, use a nail gun to secure the baseboard in place. Third step, installing baseboards. A nail gun is essential for installing baseboards in prefabricated cabinets as it enables quick, precise fastening while minimizing damage to the wood.
And that's how this should look right here, right now.
I'll be painting and then caulking the gaps on the baseboard. That's it. Thanks for watching part 2 of my cabinet and countertop installation. I hope you found these steps helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing. It really motivates me to keep sharing more DIY projects with you. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out my upcoming project and videos.